We talk about how many lives you've impacted with successful lawsuits. Give me an example of a life you've impacted outside the law.
Tony, it's amazing to me on how we impact people without even knowing about it, okay? Recently, a gentleman posted something on Facebook talking about his retirement as a police detective. He had been a detective for 20 years. And he said, nobody knows the story about how I became a police officer. And he said that 20 years ago, he was working at a nursery center, and a guy came in to purchase some items, and the guy asked him some questions like, what's your story, kid? And he said, well, I'm working here. And the guy said, are you going to school? He said, no, I'm not. He said, why not? He said, well, my dad thinks that I wouldn't make it. My dad doesn't think that I have what it takes. And I said, well, what would you like to do, man? And he said, I'd like to be a police officer. And I said, go to the academy and use the feeling you have about your dad, the doubt your dad has, as fuel, because they will try to wash you out at the academy. Just work harder, outwork everybody. So 20 years later, he became a cop, and now he's retired. And that gentleman that he talked to was Tim Misny. I completely forgot about that. But it's fascinating how we affect lives, impact lives without even knowing. That's why it's so important to be involved with the community, to try to contribute in any way we possibly can, because you may not think you're making a difference, but in effect you are. But you got to keep swinging the bat. As Pete Rose said, you can't get a hit unless you swing the bat. Am I right?
Well, he'd bet on that.
Yes, sir.
This is good stuff, sir.
Yes, sir.
I like doing this.